In today's episode, Jessica asks, how do you feel about citizen data scientists? I feel fine. Uh, in all seriousness, I love the theory, the concept. The question is, what are we talking about here? Because a citizen data scientist could be two things. It could be a data scientist who is applying their skills and their capabilities to solve problems and causes social good outside of work. Right, so they're a data scientist like at a big bank during the daytime, and then in the evenings, they're so motivated or so excited to tackle a challenge for a cause that they go off and that's what they do in their evenings. That's one interpretation. The second interpretation is a citizen, a normal person, who has a cause they're passionate about and wants to learn data science skills to be able to help further along that cause. Both interpretations are equally valid. There's no wrong answer here. And there are certainly plenty in the first group of people who are data scientists who are applying their efforts to causes to champion things outside of work. Those folks I'm not worried about. Those folks are the folks who are who know what they're doing and have the skills, the training, the tools they need to be able to lend their talents to whatever. So that's one group. It's the second category that I feel like is difficult. And here's what I mean by that. Data science is 4 sets of capabilities. It is business skills, it is technical skills, it is mathematical and statistical skills, and it is scientific skills. Those are the 4 major categories of skills that you need to have as a data scientist to be effective at it. Each of them, I joke that data scientists are so expensive because it's 4 jobs for the price of 1. Each of those areas requires a certain level of competence to be effective. If you are lending your expertise towards, say, a cause, presumably you have some background in that cause. You have some knowledge of it already. But to be effective in data science, you need to have a good, deep understanding of the subject matter. You need to be something of a subject matter expert in it. The technical skills we've discussed many times, the ability to write some code, the ability to use coding tools, to get the machines to do what you want at the more advanced levels. And I will caveat all this by saying that the fundamental underpinning of data science that we define is as someone who extracts insights, meaningful insights from data using the scientific method. So of those 4 buckets of skills, the scientist part is actually the most important, because if you're not doing the scientific method, hypothesis testing and such, validating experiments, creating reproducible results, then you're not doing data science. You may be doing data analysis, which is totally fine and really important. You may be doing data analytics. You may be doing data engineering, but you're not necessarily doing data science unless you're using the scientific method. But when we think about the common ways people ascribe data science skills to individuals, we think of those 4 buckets: business, technical, scientific, mathematical. And for the average person, they may not have enough background in those areas. Now, they can learn. Absolutely, they can learn. Anyone can learn data science. Anyone can learn the underpinnings. You can learn statistics. You can take Stats 101 again and again, as I have. You can learn how to code. You can learn probability. You can learn calculus. You can learn your cause really well. But that's typically not what people do unless they are so invested in a cause that it becomes all-consuming, that it becomes their life. And then, yes, developing those skills and that passion does occur. But for the most part, that's not how I've seen people operate. And it's not a knock on people. It's just that there are very few people who can throw themselves at a cause so fiercely that they will, frankly, endure the months and months it will take to develop those skills in each of those areas. To spend 6 to 12 months learning how to write Python code or R code, to take the 6 to 12 months to learn how to work SQL databases, and to learn probability and Bayesian network theory. Do people do it? Yes. Is it a lot of people? No. And my hesitation with the second category of a citizen data scientist is the line of, you know just enough to be dangerous, but not enough to know how dangerous. And by that I mean you love this cause, you believe in this cause, you don't have all of the skills you need to be an effective data scientist to know what's likely to go wrong. And you work for an organization that needs the help, but because your skills are not complete, young Jedi, you mislead them. You create incorrect analyses. You point them in the wrong direction, and you end up harming the thing that you're trying to help. Now, for some things, the amount of harm you can do is relatively low, right? If you are working for an organization, you're helping them with like their email marketing analytics. Like, hey, I want to help you make your emails better. You're probably not going to do something so drastic that will cause their open rates to go to zero, right? But you probably won't impact them positively if you don't know what you're doing. But for other causes and organizations and things, like if you were to, I don't know, actually a really good example is there's, during the whole pandemic, there was a whole group of folks who were like, we're going to use machine learning and data science to find the ideal therapeutic to stop this pandemic. And the results they produced were unimpressive. But more important, the results they produced are actively harmful to some people. And so you have a bunch of people who don't have the domain expertise trying to apply their technology skills, mostly technology skills, to a problem that they don't understand, and causing potentially harm to other people's lives in an acute, immediate way. Like if you take this drug that they recommend, it probably will not do good things for you. And so that's my hesitation about that second category of citizen data scientist. And even in the pharmaceutical example we were just talking about, those are people who have technical skills, but they don't have the scientific skills, and they don't have the domain knowledge to know that what they're proposing is dangerous or potentially dangerous. And so I would say citizen data scientists ideally are confined to areas where they can learn their skills, they can get skilled up in each of those 4 areas, but are confined in such a way that if they come up with a wrong conclusion, the level of risk is low. You really should not be doing, advanced data science tasks on things that are literally life and death. Probably shouldn't do it. Help someone with their email marketing? Sure. Help them understand the web analytics better? Sure. Optimize the buttons on their pages? Sure. That's low-risk stuff. You're not going to blow up the world. You're not going to kill anybody. But I would say that I'm hesitant to say that we should try to create an army of citizen data scientists without those guardrails. So, good question. There's a lot more to unpack here because we do need more people with data science skills. And I don't want us to worry people and say, oh, nope, I'm not going to do it. No, please, absolutely pursue it in low-risk areas so that if something goes wrong, you're not going to cause any harm. Absolutely pursue it to learn, to develop yourself professionally. Absolutely do those things. Just don't apply it to life and death matters. If you have follow-up questions, please leave them in the comments box below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.